All right, Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, the teacher and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back another video, another lesson. The title of this one's going to be called "The End of This World is Coming." I should have said to an end, or it's coming soon. But the end of this world is coming. All right, and you see in parentheses age, because that's what the word world means in a Greek. In different, scriptures. But let's get it. This is Matthew 24 and verse 3. And it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, which is the Savior Yahweh Shai, the disciples who became apostles came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world? Okay, the end of the world. You get that word world in the Greek. It's the Greek word aeon or ion.
Strong's G 165. Ion. Ion.
All right, ion. And it says forever, an unbroken age, a perpetuity of time, eternity. But it says right here, period of time, age. And who's ruling this age? The first earth age. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, this is their world, and the end of their world is coming to an end, as we can read in Revelation. All right, 12 and verse 12, and it says, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And who's this devil? Let's get that word devil in the Greek. All right, it's the Greek word diabolos. I went past it. Hold on. Yeah, devil. And it says, prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely. Who slanders us? Who slanders his brother day and night? All right, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the rulers of this world. But it says down here, a metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Most High, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him, which is he's applied to a man. All right, and that man is Esau, Edom, once again. All right, so therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, and knows his time is short. All right, he knows that this world is about to end, and I got a few articles, just a few of them. We ain't gonna read all of them, but this is one of them. This is recent. All right, Trump administration plans to establish domestic civil disturbance quick reaction force. It said the Trump administration is evaluating plans that would establish a domestic civil disturbance quick reaction force composed of hundreds of National Guard troops tasked with rapidly deploying into American cities facing protests or other unrest, according to internal Pentagon documents reviewed by the Washington Post. The plan calls for 600 troops to be on standby at all times so they can deploy in as little as 1 hour, the documents say. They will be split into two groups of 300 and stationed in military bases in Alabama and Arizona, the purview of regions east and west of the Mississippi River, respectively. And there was another one where it says he's going to federalize D.C. He's also talking about federalizing other cities as well. I think I got it. I don't. I think it's this right. Nope, not that one. But it did speak about him federalizing, D.C., which we can what does it mean? Let's ask ChatGPT. What does it mean to federalize a city or a state? Let's see what it says. It says to federalize a state means the U.S. federal government temporarily takes control over certain functions, agencies, or resources of a state, often overriding the state government's authority in that area. This usually happens in extraordinary circumstances such as national emergencies or disasters, civil unrest, war, or security threats. All right, and civil unrest is gonna come, but he's also gonna war on Jake, on the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Haitians, and those who look like other nations but are in fact Israelites. He's gonna war on Jake, man. Right? Let's continue. It says cost projections outlined in the documents indicate that such a mission, if the proposal is adopted, could stretch into the hundreds of millions of dollars. Should military aircraft and air crews also be required to be ready around the clock? And you can read more on that. All right. This is a little older. This is from July 19th, but this is what's coming. This is how the government plans to monitor, score, and control you through digital wearables. All right, that's a part of their plan. They're a part of the NWO, the New World Order. It says concerns about the potential misuse of these devices, according to a Zero Hedge article published on July 16, 2025, titled "The Wearables Trap: How the Government Plans to Monitor, Score, and Control You." This plan, prompted under the Make America Healthy Again campaign, could transform wearables into instruments of surveillance, eroding bodily autonomy and privacy. So they want to surveil you. And that's going to lead to the what? To the MOTB, man. The mark of the beast, which is the RFID C-hip. Right? You read that in Revelation 13 and 16. Okay? But we don't really got to go into it. You should know already. It states RFK Jr.'s wearable plan is just the latest iteration of this bait and switch, marketed as freedom, built as a cage. These devices, capable of tracking metrics like heart rate, glucose levels, sleep patterns, and activity, collect vast amounts of intimate data. Intimate data. Including indicators of stress, depression, and early illnesses. So they trying to be, God on the left-hand side. While presented as empowering individuals to control their health, the initiative raises fears of a surveillance state where personal data becomes a tool for control. And it can see where you go, what you buying, different things like that, man. So this is a trap. All right, and they just gradually preparing you for the mark of the beast, man. All right. And then you got this one, ninth patient. All right, ninth patient receives Neuralink brain implant. Musk wants the Matrix to become reality. So this is their part of their plan. Part of the next step to their New World Order, man. All right, let's get this. We got that already. Let's get second Idris. All right, going into that 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." Who are the kings and the princes of today? The government, right? That's the kings and the princes, those who govern the cities. "And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Why I shouldn't be able? Because it's going to be martial law set up. And Trump is already doing that with bringing in, the National Guard, right? "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be afraid." I'm sorry. "The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." This is what we're about to see coming. Civil unrest, riots happening, Egyptian against Egyptian, race wars and stuff like that. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. There's gonna be famines, scarcity of food is gonna come. Right? This is what's coming, man. This isn't just we're not, the prophets, the men of the Lord willing, we are those men, right? That we're not just making this up. The Lord has given us insight, and he has put us out on our highways and hedges to warn our people, man, of what's coming. Right? Let's get 2 Esdras 16 and 70 to back that up. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." Esau's gonna come down on the men of the Lord. Of course, he's gonna be putting us in FEMA camps. Let's get down Revelation 2 and 10. Salakia. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10, and it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Okay, so you're going to go through it. It's going to happen. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. So the goal is to be faithful unto death, man. Okay? Now, you know, we know the breakdowns and stuff like that, but having faith, you know, and trusting in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is what's going to get you through. And ultimately, if you're of the elect, Lord willing, you have that number, you know. So these things are about to, you know, things about to get intense, you know. You can go, you know, look at the rest. We got this also right here. Over 7 billion people will witness blood moon eclipse in September. You know, signs in the heavens, man. You know, so this is what's coming down the pipe, and we got to prepare ourselves spiritually and mentally. This goes for myself. You know, I've been a little off, you know, but things about to get straightened out, you know, through the spirit Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you know. But I think that's all I have for right now. But yeah, man, this is what's coming. You know, you got this right here. California cuts off water to ranchers without warning as globalist war on farmers hits U.S. soil. You know, so things are about to get it's about to be, you know, things about to get intense real fast, man. You know, and the closer we get to we should be building our relationship spiritually with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai each and every day. This goes for myself as well, man. You know, but Lord willing, it was edifying. All right, we gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, the teacher and Ruel. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will use edified. Lord will be back with another one till then.